Hello and welcome to Whitehorse Music TV! My name is Richard Bedinner and I'm co-owner of this wonderful shop with my lovely wife Michelle Bedinner, who's behind the camera over there. Usually I'm up the back sort of selling violins because I'm a violin expert. But today I'm here telling you about digital pianos. Now these new Casio Privia digital pianos are very, very exciting. We've got all new models here. We've got the Privia PX130, we've got the Privia PX730 and the Privia PX830. And I'm sort of here to tell you about them because they have quite a few improvements from their older models. First of all, the older Privias, they had 3 different samples per note. For instance, you had, if you played the note very softly, it would make quite a mellow sound. If you hit the note sort of harder, it would make a brighter sound. If you hit the note really hard, well, much harder, it would make a much brighter sound like a real piano. If you listen to a real piano, that's sort of what happens. Although a real piano doesn't just have 3 layers, it's got infinite layers. And so with this new linear morphing technology, what they've done is they've used 6 samples instead of 3, and they've morphed those, well, they've blended those different samples, and it gives the impression, the sound, of 128 samples. And so it sounds sort of seamless, and you can't hear the differences, like some jolt between mellow and bright and that sort of thing. You can actually hear the way it's supposed to be. That's the first thing. Second thing is they've got a new speaker construction. Now when I read that sort of thing, I go, new speaker construction, whatever. But I guess that's why we're doing this. It's so you can hear the sound of the new speakers, and I mean, I'm here to tell you that the sound of these new speakers are just incredible. I mean, you don't really know that they're speakers. It sounds like you're playing a real and really nice piano. So they sound fantastic. Okay, now the third thing that that's improved about them is this new tri-sensor scaled hammer action. Right, so with what they've tried to reproduce is a grand piano feel, and on a grand piano the keys are a bit heavier down the bottom than they are up the top. And so with the old digital pianos, it was really the springs that created that hit the sensors that sort of created the sound. With this, they use the weight of the hammers to create the sound, and so you really feel like you're more sort of in touch with what you're playing, which is great. The other thing is, actually, when I was up in Queensland recently at a trade show, there was this Casio dude who played the Flight of the Bumblebee, which goes not with his tongue, but he did it on the digital piano. And he did it so fast, it was amazing. But he said, look, I couldn't have done that on the old digital pianos, the old Privias, because it just didn't have the response that I wanted. But I can on the new ones. And I tell you, when I listened to it, every note that he played was crystal clear. It sounded fantastic. And apparently that's got something to do with this new tri-sensored scale hammer action. So the other thing that's new about these Privia digital pianos, the PX130, PX730 and PX830, they're the ones I'm talking about, is that they all have USB. So you can plug it into your PC or your Mac or whatever. And what I do at home is I'll play things on the digital piano, and with the program that I've got up there on the computer, the notes come up on the screen as sheet music, and then I can print out the different parts for my string quartet. Each member of the string quartet can play their part and we make music together, which is wonderful. Okay, so there you go. They're the new things about the new Privias, the Privia PX130, 730 and 830. Now you might want to go on to the next video that we're going to make here about the differences between each of these models. They all have those new things, but you haven't heard about the differences, so click over to the other video. Catch you there.